Good Tuesday evening, Southwest Arkansas. Welcome back to Southwest Arkansas weather here on April the 8th, 2025. Once again, breaking down tonight's video, what's in store for the rest of this week. Then we're going to go over the 6-day forecast. How much rainfall did we get last week, and how many confirmed tornadoes did we have from last week? Also, we may have a small chance on severe weather on Thursday, but we'll talk about that here in a minute and what's in store for your day on Tuesday. We'll go over tomorrow's forecast for you all in this video vlog. As always, make sure you check us out on all of our platforms that we're on: Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, TikTok. And as always, enjoy the rest of this video vlog and have a good rest of your Tuesday. Taking a look at the multi-day rainfall totals for April the 2nd through April the 5th, as you can see, we had a lot of rain during that time frame. Flash flooding did occur across the area. Some areas did receive some really bad flooding in terms of just damage to roadways. We have a lot of roadways that have damage some way. A lot of areas, a lot of rivers that rose to a major level. Washita River is still on the rise in the Camden area. That's expected to crest either tonight or today or tomorrow. But once again, these rainfall totals come from the National Weather Service. I know some areas had a little more in certain areas. Once again, these come from mainly the National Weather Service, and Little Rock Shreveport has not put out their totals yet. But once again, we all in the weather field have had a lot going this past week. But these are the top 5 rain totals from the National Weather Service's recording stations, the community outreach programs that they have there as well. And Antoine topped us all with 13 inches, just a little over 13 inches of rainfall. Then as you go a little further to the west, Delight got just under 13 inches. And what's funny about this, I'm going to just mention this real quick. I'm just a few miles away from the city limits of Delight. I got around just a little over 11 inches, and then Murfreesboro got just around almost 11 inches of rain. So it's funny how just a little few towns over, you kept dropping off just by an inch. Hot Springs was in third place with 12 inches of rain, and Malvern with 11 inches of rain. Of course, this didn't all fall at once. Most of this did, though. A lot of this occurred over that Friday, Saturday time frame, but a lot of this occurred. Once again, this occurred over the 2nd through the 5th, but you get all that at one time, and or that in that short period, and we still had a lot of rain in one period that led to some very more of a overall flooding issue as we went into Saturday evening and Saturday night. But as always, next up, we're going to talk about the confirmed tornadoes that we had from this event. They're still being confirmed, so to make sure to tune back in as well as we go over more of those throughout this week. Taking a look at the confirmed tornadoes from April the 2nd, 2025. So far, we've had 2 from the National Weather Service in Shreveport. This was the very beginning of this event. It would not surprise me if we have more of these confirmed as we go forward throughout the rest of this week. As you know, we had a very busy 2nd through 5th period. We've had a lot of tornado warnings, a lot of different reports, all of that fun stuff. So starting off with these, we also had a downburst as well, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute more by itself. But confirmed tornadoes, we had 2 that happened on the 2nd that evening. And first off, we had an EF1 near the Gin City area, which is that area down there just south of Texarkana, literally near the Arkansas-Louisiana border, around Miller, on the Miller County, Lafayette County line, with an EF1 there with max wind gusts of 110 miles per hour. Path length was on the ground for 7.8, just almost 8 miles. It was on the ground for with a max width of 250 yards. That was on the ground for a little over, well, actually, it was on the ground for about 11 minutes there. From what it looked like, pretty decent track there that it had. Thankfully, no injuries, no deaths from any of these tornadoes that we have at this time that's been confirmed. We had another EF1 in the eastern Lafayette County area with max wind gusts of 95 miles per hour there, or max winds of 95 miles per hour there from or estimated winds. There, it was a quick one, basically a touchdown briefly, then picked up off the ground, was about on the ground for a minute with max width of 75 miles per hour. But around that 6:30 time frame, 6:36, 6:38, southeast of Lake Columbia, which this is near the overall near the Magnolia area We had a downburst, which a downburst, if you look at the estimated peak winds, it was 110 miles per hour. It was a path width of 1.10 miles per hour with or 1.10 miles, not miles per hour, with max width of 600 yards. No injuries, 0 deaths out of that as well. But that's basically when you have a big, basically like it says, downburst, where you had a big burst that just come down and it goes out in all directions, and looks like a bomb went off pretty much in those similar areas, or in those areas that this is mentioned. So once again, had a very active second time frame. Once again, that was just the beginning of a very long and busy week. Now let's get to what's in store for the rest of this upcoming week and what's in store for your Thursday time frame with that small chance severe weather. Nothing like what we've seen this past weekend by any means. We'll talk more about that here in just a few moments. Taking a look at the 6-day forecast here, you can see this goes from Wednesday through Monday, from the 9th, April 9th through the 14th of this upcoming week. And really what's in store for the rest of this last half of the week. And as we start off next week, you can see a lot quieter of a period compared to what we just seen. As we go throughout this upcoming week, not a whole lot to talk about. Thursday is going to be the day that we're going to be watching closely. We do have that chance severe weather, but I think it's going to remain well east of the area here at this time. Some small rain chances. A front moves through, but that won't really make a big impact into things as we move forward. But as you can see, some breezy conditions will be possible as we go forward throughout this time frame. 15 to 20 mile per mile or 20 mile per hour wind gusts will be possible, with on Sunday a little bit stronger, some winds of 25 to 30 miles will be possible there as well. Highs throughout this time frame, they're going to range from pretty much in the 70s throughout Wednesday through Saturday, with overnight lows dipping down into the 50s and 40s throughout the last 2 days of the work week before getting back up into the 50s on Saturday. As you can see, sunny skies look likely on Wednesday, partly cloudy skies on Thursday. We do have a small 10 to 20% chance of an isolated shower or two there on Thursday, mainly in our eastern portions of our coverage area. Once again, we're watching that marginal risk closely, but don't see any too major concerns there with that day. Sunny skies continue throughout this weekend, and then as we take a look, easily one of the nicest weekend we've had in a long time here in Arkansas in general. Highs on Sunday will reach the lower 80s, overnight lows in the upper 50s across the area, with highs on Monday with mostly sunny skies, 10% chance of rain, and forecasted highs in the mid 80s there, with overnight lows around 60 degrees. What about Thursday? Let's talk a little more in depth about what's going on for Thursday, and we'll get to that here in just a few moments. Talk a little bit about the chance for severe weather on Thursday. Right now, there's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. Very low end marginal risk for mainly eastern portions of our coverage area. Over there for Hot Springs, down to just around the Arkadelphia area, over to Sheridan, down to the Fordyce area, Hampton areas, and eastern Arkansas. Really looking at data and looking over some things. Once again, there's going to be a large hail threat, damaging wind threat to our east, but I really think it's going to stay east of our area from what we're thinking here at this current time. If you take a look at model guidance, remember, model data isn't everything. It's one of the many tools we use to build a forecast, but looking at the general overall idea of things, you don't see a whole lot in store for your day on Thursday. This is around that Thursday time frame, and as you can see, there's a few chances of maybe some isolated showers here and there, but really, looking over the data and such there's not a whole lot when you take a look at more of the technical stuff behind that in terms of severe weather. There's not a whole lot there. We're going to keep a close eye on it, though, as we always do, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest. But just a quick little overview there. Once again, nothing, I want to make this very clear, nothing like what we've seen this past week by any means. I know people's nerves are shot and all of that stuff. By any means, this is going to be nothing like we seen last week. If we do see some severe weather, mainly eastern portions of our coverage area, damaging wind, large hail potential, but we really think it's going to stay east of our coverage area. Eastern Arkansas has that best chance. But as always, now we'll get ready to talk about what's in store for your day on Wednesday. What's in store for tomorrow's weather? Let's go over that here in just a few moments. Before we end tonight's video, let's talk about what's in store for your day on Wednesday, tomorrow's weather, to help you plan your day for tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. They're going to be in the upper 30s, lower 40s across the area. Sunny skies look likely as we go throughout the day on Wednesday. Forecasted highs going to range from around the mid to upper 70s. You may have a few areas that may try to be around 73, like up there in Mena, but elsewhere with that southwest wind, going to go a little warmer there, and down there near the Texarkana area. As always, they may reach the upper 70s across far southern portions of our coverage area. As you go further north, around the mid 70s will be likely there as well. Once again, south wind, south-southwest wind of about around 10-15 miles per hour, so some breezy conditions will be possible tomorrow with higher gusts of up to 20 miles per hour through the afternoon hours. Throughout the nighttime tomorrow, mostly clear skies, lows in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees, light south wind of around 5 to 10 miles per hour there for your day on Wednesday. As always, thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. And as always, this will bring us to the end of your daily outlook here for your Tuesday evening and what's in store for tomorrow, all that fun stuff. And as always, we want to say a big thanks to who makes this possible. As always, to all of our followers and supporters, as well as our sponsors. Make sure to check them out all over on Facebook or just visit them in person. As always, you can check our pinned post over on Facebook for that. For more information on that, Palmer's Roofing and Southern Dumpster Rentals and J&S Auto Supply Bumper to Bumper, Landmark Insurance Agency, Patterson's Credit Union, Tan Energy and Nutrition, and Fort Smith Therapy for all you do to help us get this information to you guys. As always, have a good rest of your Tuesday. See you back here tomorrow evening for another look at what's in store for the rest of this week. If we have any new updates on all that fun stuff and what's in store for the next day. As always, make sure to check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube. If you like what you see here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like this video, let us know where you're watching from, and as always, make sure to check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We post a lot on all those platforms, and as always, have a good rest of your Tuesday. Thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.